welcome to Coverstory. Although there's still a week left to go before the election results are out, the perceptual results are already out. Most people are talking about Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister. And also most people are wondering as to what kind of a cabinet he will have. So we are going to take a little bit of journalistic leeway and lots of liberty and try and envisage what kind of a cabinet Narendra Modi is going to have. For this with me, I have in the panels in the studio with me, Veer Sanghvi, Media Advisor, Hindustan Times. I also have with me Ashok Tandon, former Media Advisor to the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, and also Jayan Ghoshal, Editor, Delhi, Anand Bazar Patrika. But first of all, we're going to see what kind, government that Modi will like to have, because there is talk that he would rather rely more on bureaucrats than on ministers. For instance, we are told he doesn't believe in this group of ministers. He doesn't want an empowered group of ministers. He'd rather give bureaucrats the leeway to fix policy according to the BJP manifesto. I'm also told that he's planning to have an officer at the level of Chief Secretary in the Home Ministry who is going to liaison with Chief Ministers, all the 29 Chief Ministers, and report to the Prime Minister on a daily basis. So Veer, this shows A, he's going to rely on bureaucrats, and B, also a hands-on Prime Minister. I don't think he's going to give his ministers much freedom. What do you make out?
Yeah, Priya, I agree with you. I think from what we've seen of Modi's style, we keep talking about this being a presidential contest, but we imagine that the presidential nature will end with the swearing in. It won't. I think it will continue. The US president, as you know, has an unelected cabinet, unlike, say, the British Prime Minister, of people he's appointed. I imagine this will be Modi's approach. He will bring in specialists in every field and rely on them much more than he will rely on political leaders. That's point one. Point two, if you look at every Prime Minister who's been really successful, Narasimha Rao was successful initially because he came in and did the reforms, the economic reforms. Vajpayee came in and within a month did the nuclear tests. He's got to do some kind of big bang within the first month or so. Look at Manmohan Singh. He came back to power with this huge majority and he did nothing.
For 10 years.
For 10 years. Well, 5 years, let's talk about the same time. So my guess, therefore, is that Modi will come in. He's already got a strategy in place and there will be some kind of big bang to announce that he's arrived. What that big bang will be is a matter of speculation. My guess is it's going to be economic. My guess is that he will, because I know you're going to ask me about the finance minister later, my guess is he's going to appoint a technocrat, he's going to announce liberalization, he's going to reach out to the corporate world, he's going to reach out to the corporate world abroad as well, and he's going to say India is back on track and the middle class and channels like yours will applaud him.
So Modi's version of India shining.
Yeah.
Mr. Tandon, what do you think Modi's big ticket is going to be? What is he? Do you agree with me that he'll have to do something really fast to announce his arrival? And what will that be?
No, as we said that the American presidential style of government, but I personally feel it will be some kind of a mixed bag. Yeah. Because we are a parliamentary democracy and we have a very strong party system. So therefore I feel that it will not be easy for Modi to ignore the top 4-5 political heavyweights, and they will have to be given senior portfolios. So that will come later. But having said that, I think that no doubt that technocrats will get responsible positions like portfolio of finance, could be the deputy chairman planning commission. But at the same time, he would need, no doubt, that technocrats will get responsible positions like portfolio of finance, could be the deputy chairman planning commission. But at the same time, he would need a very close core team of political management experts who will have to be politicians.
The worry in the BJP, or the joke in the BJP is that whether it is Murli Manohar Joshi, Advani, Yashwant Sinha, all the Gs, Yashwant Ji, Joshi Ji, and all are going to be deported to another G department, governors. They're going to be left out. What is?
No, it's not nothing new actually. When Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister, that time also Pranab Ji and Barkat Ji, what was the fate of Pranab and Barkat, I still remember. So it's nothing new in Indian politics. It is very comfortable if you can remove.
New in BJP, where the RSS insists that all the Gs are given their due.
No, actually, I think you are partially you are correct. A new generation of ministers, new generation of leadership, now coming up. The old guards will be there, but they are not going to the Jurassic Park. But the new like Rajiv Rudi, Ravi Shankar, all these fellows, I mean Smriti Irani, may be more important than Murli Manoj Joshi, Jaswant Sinha, and
also
etc.
because they are more senior to Modi. Veer, what would you say?
So what you are saying, I agree. But you know, how he will handle this problem, just removing those old guards, or there will be a management, how to handle the old guards, what will be the new role of the new ministers. I think there will be a management, and he is very clever. He is very clever because, you know, he is the chief minister now. And he is going to be the Prime Minister. So he understands the problem of the center-state relation, the problem of federal India, and whenever he is going to the metropolitan cities and the state, he is addressing the very micro details of those particular state.
No, but you know, there's another feedback that I've got is, he's, you know, whenever there is a cabinet passes a resolution, say on fishermen, so what Modi has planned is that he will have the chief ministers of Tamil Nadu, of the concerned states, to be present at that cabinet meeting. Similarly, when the cabinet committee on security meets, one suggestion that's been given to Modi by a think tank is that let's have the chief minister of the border states present. So do you, I mean, this of course is a separate thing, but I'm more interested in asking you, what will he do with the old guard? Do you think he'll have to take them along, or will he give them ornamental posts?
Okay, I'll answer both your questions. I think it's a good idea to get chief ministers of these states, but knowing Modi, the chief ministers will be welcome as long as they agree with him. The moment they stop agreeing with him, they won't be invited. As for the old guard is essentially a code phrase for two people, Murli Manohar Joshi and L.K. Advani. Yashwant Sinha is not really old guard because he's a recent entrant into the BJP. Of those, Advani is easy to take care of. You make him chairman of the NDA or give him some ceremonial post. So your only problem really is Murli Manohar Joshi. Murli Manohar Joshi will want a senior portfolio. My instinct is that Joshi will not want to give it to him. He may be offered speaker, but I'm not even sure that Joshi will risk having him there. My guess is they'll tell him, we'll give you something ceremonial, we'll make you vice president when the time comes.
Okay, I'm going to now start with the names since we have...
May I
sorry,
interrupt
yes.
on this issue of calling chief ministers? I think there is no provision in the cabinet system of the parliamentary democracy where you can invite chief ministers to the cabinet meeting. But they can certainly be consulted before the cabinet meeting adopts a formal resolution or something. But I doubt that in the Westminster style of parliamentary democracy, cabinet meeting can be attended by chief minister.
No, but even say cabinet committee, you can't call them as special invitees.
No, in cabinet committees you can,
I think
but in the formal cabinet meeting.
Okay.
And that can be,
they'll call them for cabinet
subcommittees,
committees.
That's right.
Like they'll call them as special invitees.
and that can be a very good solution for several issues, like when you are discussing Tista. If you call the chief minister of West Bengal.
Well,
so
as long as they stick to parliamentary language.
As long as he doesn't set fire to his tail afterwards.
No, you can take a decision very quickly also if you can ask the chief minister.
Well, it's arguable that chief minister of West Bengal, I'm not sure. But moving on to that, Jayant, let's discuss the main players in Team Modi. I mean, I'm going to begin with Arun Jaitley, though seniority-wise there are people who are more senior. But Arun Jaitley, I think, is a name much being debated about. What portfolio do you see for him?
You see, now Arun Jaitley is the main character, man Friday of Narendra Modi. When Advani, Sushma Swaraj, Rajnath Singh, all the senior leaders, you cannot say that Modi's man or Modi's, but Arun Jaitley is the man of Narendra Modi now. But whether he will get the finance ministry or not, I have doubt. Although that is the buzz in Delhi, that he is going to be the finance minister.
Right.
But, you know, finance ministry, the role of industry, the role of different pressure groups, role of RSS. So, I don't know whether Arun Jaitley and whether Narendra Modi will choose Arun Jaitley as finance minister or not. I have a lot of journalists.
So what will Jaitley get, if not finance?
So, you know, Arun Jaitley will be a very important person in the cabinet. He may get home even. But finance, I don't know. I am not saying that Arun Shauri, Guru Murthy, they are lobbying for against Arun Jaitley. and Mukesh Ambani, whether he will like Arun Jaitley or not as finance minister. There are a lot of gossip. We can take the liberty.
Yes.
But I don't know.
What are you saying, Yancy? You're saying that Mukesh Ambani will decide the finance minister? That's how Modi operates.
No, actually, I think Mukesh Ambani will not decide. But
so why is it relevant what Mukesh Ambani wants? Why will that influence Modi's decision?
No, actually, when any prime minister, when he takes the decision, whether Pranab Mukherjee will be the finance minister or Manmohan Singh, that time Narasimha Rao took the decision. And perhaps Mukesh Ambani, if Pranab got the portfolio, Mukesh Ambani was not unhappy that day. But he couldn't influence Narasimha Rao to give finance ministry to Pranab Mukherjee. So it's not like that Mukesh Ambani will dictate. But the industry's expectation as a pressure group in the cabinet formation, it is always there.
Which
in
is
our
a polite word for Mukesh Ambani.
And one thing I should fair to Arun Jaitley, that Arun is a very transparent, honest person. It's a very unfortunate thing, but I should say, I mean, very in black and white, that for industry, a more negotiable person, just after the election, lot of demand from industry will come.
You think Chidambaram has been a negotiable
so there
person?
will be a negotiable person for not only Mukesh Ambani, for industry and for Prime Minister office. So there should be, I think, it is better to get a yes man finance minister for industry,
and who is
for
that
Prime
yes?
Minister office.
Mr. Tandon, do you have a yes man in mind?
See, well, let's first discuss Arun Jaitley as such rather than the finance portfolio. See, Arun Jaitley, as everybody is saying, is very close to Narendra Modi. He is his right-hand person also in every respect, in campaign and articulation. But one thing we should not forget, that Narendra Modi will require a very articulate person who can be an external affairs minister. Because Modi himself would like his image to be projected abroad in a very positive sense. Therefore, someone who can articulate Narendra Modi abroad among the community of nations, I personally feel Arun Jaitley fits the bill. He would be the right person for that portfolio, because there are hardly any other persons who have that kind of a persona and the experience and the exposure. Yashwant Sinha has been the external affairs minister earlier, but I have my doubt whether Yashwant Sinha will be in the cabinet, because he has not contested the Lok Sabha election. Or he may give him some other portfolio like finance commission or something. But I personally feel Arun Jaitley for external affairs.
But I just want to add one thing, small thing, that what Beer said, that the Modi will show something immediately after getting
big
the
ticket,
So if it, and it may be the economics. So it possible that Modi can take the finance ministry for a few months as additional charge. What Manmohan Singh also wanted, what Sanjay Baru wrote, and Manmohan Singh didn't get that opportunity, but Modi also can do that. This is a food for thought, actually. I don't know, but we are just exploring all the, and you don't know one economist to whom we don't know, like Manmohan Singh. There can be another person who can come, not the BJP guys.
Right. We have both questions. Can you answer his?
Yeah, I think we're forgetting one thing, which is that the charge against Modi in this campaign, started by Arvind Kejriwal and now echoed by Rahul Gandhi and the rest of them, is that he is essentially a votary of crony capitalism.
Right.
Almost from the moment he takes office, people will look for evidence of that. The only way to get around that is to put a non-politician in the finance ministry, put a respected technocrat, he mentioned, I think, Kamat's name, somebody like that. Once you do that, this whole crony capitalism charge sort of simmers down. My guess is that's what he'll do, which is why Arun won't get finance. I agree with Ashok that external affairs is probably a very good ministry from Modi's perspective. They need somebody who speaks English, who's presentable, can go out. Arun fits that bill. Though in my view, he'd make an outstanding home minister.
Okay. We're going to now go on to the next candidate, which is Rajnath Singh. Now, I don't know, he has said that he wants to stay out of government. He said that he wants to stay on in the party. But I'm told if he's offered home, he's not going to say no. We want to go first. Mr. Tandon, do you have a...
Yes, I agree with you. Rajnath Singh has been the Chief Minister of UP, And then he was in the central government under Vajpayee also. I think he was the agriculture minister. He's a very experienced person, a good administrator, and he would be an asset if he is taken in the government by Modi.
But will he get home?
Now, when it comes to the question of portfolio, I think Rajnath would like to leave it to Mr. Narendra Modi, in which role Mr. Modi would like Rajnath to have. Of course, obviously it appears that home would be an ideal portfolio from the point of view of Rajnath Singh. But the question is that the home minister is the next most powerful person. Now, there have been precedents in the past where home ministry minus IB has been given to some people. I think there is only one exception, if I am not wrong. Charan Singh insisted that he wanted home only as with IB and deputy prime ministership. Yeah. But I will agree with you that Rajnath Singh, if at all he joins the government, he would like to be the home minister.
He would like to be home minister, Veer, but what do you think he's going to get?
I have no idea, but I mean, I agree with Ashok. I think in Rajnath's mind, he will be Advani to Modi's Vajpayee. He wants to be like the sort of Sardar Patel of this government if Modi is the Führer or whatever parallel you wish to take. But I suspect Modi would be much happier keeping him as Sardar Bhutta Singh rather than Sardar Patel. So I don't think Modi necessarily wants a strong home minister like Rajnath with control of everything. But not everything is up to Modi. If there is pressure from the party and he has to find a home minister and there is no other obvious candidate, then Rajnath might well get it.
The most important thing of Home Ministry has become the appointments and transfers of the bureaucrats.
So does Modi trust
the cabinet
Rajnath
committee
to make that
of appointments? You know, when the speculation was whether Pranab Mukherjee will get the Home Ministry or not, and what he didn't get, that time also I inquired that what was the strong confidence of Prime Minister is essentially needed. Who will be the Home Minister? Because the appointments of the governors.
What about Rajnath?
So Rajnath, whether Rajnath will be the most trusted person of Narendra Modi as Home Minister.
He's trying very hard.
And but you cannot nominate Amit Shah as Home Minister. So you have to make some compromise also with different leaders. So I don't know, but Rajnath can be an easy choice for Home Minister for Narendra Modi. That is my understanding.
Okay.
No, one interruption. See, Home Ministry is important from the point of view of sending out a strong signal to the minorities they are safe. Because law and order is a state subject. But generally speaking, and Modi would like to reassure the minorities, and that role comes to the Home Minister. Therefore, a Home Minister will be an important person to send across a very strong signal to the minority community that they are safe in Modi's hands.
Right.
Now, of course, let's go to the hot potato of this government, the sulking Sushma. Veer, what do you see for her? There are some people who
I actually don't see her expecting speaker, which is the speculation all over. Everybody says she will be speaker. I don't see her agreeing to that. And if it's a very sort of dicey situation where Modi is dependent on many allies and the speaker's role is crucial, I don't see him wanting her there. I don't see him being in a position to ignore her. My guess is defense.
Sushma's defense. Mr. Tandon, first woman defense minister.
But that's why it's precedent.
I agree with Veer in the sense that women empowerment is a major issue in this country. And Sushma is perhaps the senior most person in the BJP if you leave aside the elderly statesman. So therefore, she has to be given an important portfolio. Therefore, she has to be a member of the Cabinet Committee on Security, which is the core team. And considering that, a woman as defense minister will not be a bad idea.
Okay.
In fact, I would also like to consider Sushma as the Home Minister also, because women empowerment message is equally important.
Yes.
And Sushma is the only person who can send that message. And Modi may like to take advantage of Sushma's, consider Sushma as the Home Minister also, because women empowerment message is equally important.
Yes.
And Sushma is the only person who can send that message. And Modi may like to take advantage of Sushma's seniority and send a message to the people of this country that women can hold an important portfolio in the government
was
also,
Home Minister
like
Standing
defense
Committee chairperson.
She was. So you think...
Sushma was the chairperson of the Home
but
Ministry.
But do you think
Standing
Modi will
Committee.
trust Sushma with that very all
Well, I'm not sure he trusts her enough to give her home. But defense is safe ministry, right? What is defense really about? is keeping up the morale of the troops and making sure that arms and defense procurement is done properly. She's a very honest person financially, so there's no danger of any hera-fairy there. She's out of the way, she's a member of important cabinet committees, and she can travel the world, take salutes and march past, and he'll be very happy.
And she'll be very happy. Yeah.
Women empowerment
Good
is the
symbol.
message.
Good symbol.
Symbolic. Which leaves us with Murli Manohar Joshi, another sulking face. Jayant, where do you see him being accommodated?
I don't know really, because Murli Manohar Joshi, he wants some financial portfolio now, because he is now the experience, he handled JPC and all these things, and so he may seek some commerce or important financial portfolios, and RSS can influence also, because his relationship with still.
But will he agree to commerce? He's been HRD minister. He'll want a
He
heavier.
won't agree to commerce, but Joshi has many sort of peculiar problems. First of all, he's a man with no friends in his own party. During the period he was in government, he left no one in any doubt as to who the real enemy was. And as far as he was concerned, the real enemy was Advani. He then tried very hard to cozy up to Modi. That didn't work. With whom, if you remember, he had gone on that disastrous yatra with Modi as his sidekick during his brief term as BJP president. Yeah? Now the roles are reversed. He hasn't taken to that kindly. Modi has not given him what he considers a great due deference. He really has no other friends in the party. His only hope is that Nagpur on the Brahmin network will do something for him. I'm sure Nagpur will put in a word for him, but will they really go that far only for the sake of this guy? I am not so sure.
Mr. Tandon, Joshi ji ka kya hoga?
See, when we are considering this hypothetical proposition of the cabinet, we should also keep in mind that each state has to be given representation. If you load heavily in favor of UP, it may create an imbalance.
But
and
if they
when
get
you
the
have
number of seats
when
they
you have
want,
Modi
they may want to
himself from
revolt.
UP, you have Rajnath Singh from UP, then you need a Brahmin face, but why only from UP? So therefore my personal feeling is that it will be a bit difficult for Modi to accommodate Murli Manohar Joshi in the cabinet.
I think you've given Modi the excuse he wants.
No, but having said that, if at all he is to be accommodated, if you look at Murli Manohar Joshi's speech at the release of manifesto, half of it was about HRD. So therefore, I will go for Murli Manohar Joshi for HRD.
Status quo.
Yes, status quo, and which he did a good job, and RSS was also very happy with his functioning as HRD minister. So if at all he is to be given a portfolio, which is quite senior portfolio, so even Mr. Joshi also may be very happy with HRD ministry. But I have a feeling there is a question mark. Whether he will
but I think HRD is in many ways the logical ministry for him, because he's very keen on it, he did a good job, he's a professor himself, he's an academic, and so it's a good division of responsibilities. Modi will try and make history and Joshi will simply rewrite it.
Which brings us to Amit Shah. I mean, I'm skipping hierarchy a bit, but importance. Will Amit Shah be in the government, and what role? I mean, MOS, PMO is the conventional wisdom. Jayant, what do you think?
He can be a best political advisor to Prime Minister.
Which gives him deniability. Veer, what do you think?
I think he'll certainly be the hitman, but whether he will do that having to take an oath or not, I don't know.
But he is going to be the most important man in the
He will be the hitman.
No, one view apparently is that Modi wants him to be in the organization, because there are a couple of assembly elections coming up, and Modi wants him to be the organizational man. So I will not be surprised if Modi keeps him in the organization with a very important portfolio, or maybe of Secretary General or something in the party. So therefore could be that he continues to be an important
Ahmed
Ahmed Patel of Modi tenure.
Oh, that's interesting. Another Gujarati takes the job.
No, he can be an Ahmed Patel. I mean, Amit Shah can be an Ahmed
But
Patel.
will
of
Modi
Narendra
need an
Modi
Ahmed
But that
Patel?
kind of role, yeah.
R.K. Dhawan more than Ahmed Patel. What do you think?
No, R.K. Dhawan was sitting in the office. Ahmed Patel is a better example.
Better example.
Or Pramod Mahajan in the first part of Vajpayee's term.
Vajpayee's tenure.
That's a better name. And there's another dark horse who's not won an election, but who's not contested, but who may get a Rajya Sabha, Arun Shourie. What role? Because we were discussing that, some people even see him as the hidden finance minister.
I actually don't think he would make a bad finance minister. He may not make Arun Shourie because Arun Shourie will be watched very closely by Kejriwal and co, who will keep going for him. But I think Shourie will be an asset to any government. He's a thinker, he's a moderate person, and he has no great political loyalties. If Modi has any brains, he will pull him out of semi-retirement and put him in the cabinet.
Okay. Jayanta, Arun Shourie?
I think Arun Shourie, it's my apprehension that Narendra Modi will not choose Arun Shourie as finance minister. But Arun Shourie can get some ministry, he can get some assignment, and he can, but he cannot be in the kitchen cabinet of Narendra Modi.
Okay. Mr. Tandon, Arun Shourie?
No, there are reports that Arun Shourie is already part of Mr. Narendra Modi's think tank. And
Okay.
Mr. Modi has been in touch with him. He went to his house in Pune to request him to come back from his semi-retirement.
Okay.
And therefore, but the role which Arun Shourie may get is very difficult to say at the moment. But he could be getting, in the NDA government, he was the disinvestment minister, which was
So he
a very
could get-
important
okay, I'm
portfolio.
going to-
So he may get some economic role, could be as deputy chairman planning commission or a minister in any of the economic ministries.
Before we go, I'll leave you with the big takeaways from this debate. The finance portfolio will go to a technocrat. Jaitley will probably get external affairs, and he will be Modi's best brand ambassador abroad. Sushma, due to her seniority, will probably run defense, while Rajnath Singh gets home. Murli Manohar Joshi will remain at status quo with HRD, while Yashwant Sinha will become Deputy Chairperson Planning Commission. Amit Shah stays out of government to build the organisation for Narendra Modi. And the likes of Smriti Irani, Anurag Thakur, Nitin Gadkari, Ravi Shankar Prasad will play a much more important role in Modi's government than, say, the likes of an Advani, Joshi, Sushma or a Yashwant Sinha.
Thank you so much for watching this edition of Cover Story, and we'll see you again same time next week, and we'll also see if some of our predictions have come right.